Alright, what's up, people? How you guys doing? I had to go find chapstick a second ago, sorry. Oh god, I can't get the pillow situated. There we go. Alright. So, here we go. Doing a little bit of Pokopia. This is, I got a text from a coworker. Hard to explain, but basically, the specific thing he collects just got a little bit more obnoxious. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, so it feels like it's been a freaking age since I last streamed, even though I literally streamed the direct on Tuesday. Shay, what's up? Haven't seen you in a little bit. How you doing? I will be doing Xenoblade Kart soon. Oh look, there's a new. I just updated this and they fixed that spot that was there with the DLC thing. What I wanted to do was do probably something like that. Yeah, so for anybody that might have missed it, I streamed the direct on Tuesday. Yo, can somebody tell me why this game sounds so loud though? Like, what? Let's load it a little bit more like that and see what happens. Yeah, so I streamed the direct on Tuesday. It was Tuesday morning, and if you missed it, boy, is there a lot to go over. But, I really do feel like that was, like, a week ago. It's been an exceedingly long week, and I have had to, while, you know, going on social media here and there, I've had to watch people basically play my game in front of me, which has been thoroughly upsetting. But tomorrow we will be fixing that and looking at some other stuff. There's a ton of things to go over. First is The Adventures of Elliot comes out in a week from yesterday, I believe, which happens to be my brother's birthday, which is kind of cool. But there is a demo to play, and I don't have it downloaded yet, but that is because I need to make sure that I go on the eShop and download the also demo for Final Fantasy Resonance, which I believe is Switch 2 exclusive? Not the game itself, but the demo, I think, is Switch 2 exclusive. I don't know why that is, but I need to make sure I get both of those, and I will be doing that before I go live tomorrow. Of course, there is also the update pack for Xenoblade Chronicles 1, which introduces a whole lot of stuff. There's some outfits to get. There's Xenoblade Kart, which apparently there's actual tracks in areas of the game that you actually do race through. Ether jets are insane. I'll go over the screenshots of things that I've gotten in Pokopia later, by the way. There's voiced heart-to-hearts now, which is one of the only things I really wanted from the game as a whole, were voiced heart-to-hearts, and now they exist. Interestingly, I guess, given that, you know, Xenoblade Chronicles came out 16 years ago, not all the characters really landed their voices back. They did get all the original voice actors, as far as I'm aware, But, Dunban in particular, from what I've heard, sounds a bit off. Sick, but otherwise okay. I feel that. I thankfully have not been too sick this year, because the last year absolutely just massacred me. But, yeah, well, I'm not gonna start a new playthrough of it yet, but I do want to go through and see if we can get some heart-to-hearts from the stream playthrough I did of XC1. Maybe there'll be some that we can pick up if I just work on some affinity a little bit. I don't know, but I am psyched. I am thrilled for it. I mean, you guys know how much I adore Xenoblade Chronicles 1. I mean, it is no exaggeration. This game is still kind of fucking loud. What the hell, man? Or am I just quiet? Maybe a little bit of both. Anyway, you guys know how I feel about Xenoblade 1. It is one of the most perfect games I have ever played. And I love it. There was a point that I saw that, oops. There was a point that I saw that getting the Ether Jets, I think is their name, kind of diminishes some of the scale of Xenoblade 1, and I do very much so agree. The thing that sucks, though, is that you can't... Like, the option is there to either not do the quest to get the Ether Bikes, or to choose to not use them, or whatever. And the ultimate thing about it is you can't really dictate how someone's gonna play a game. You just kind of have to hope that it's up to the player to get that experience themselves. And, I'll use Totes as an example. Totes and I, for a while, we were playing Xenoblade Chronicles together because I really wanted him to play the game. And he finally, you know, crumpled a little bit, and we played it for a while. This was a few years ago. We would play it, not super often, but, you know, every couple or few weeks or whatever. And he got all the way to Magna Forest. He actually beat the, excuse me. He beat the Telethia at the end of it, you know, the one that's supposed to be, that you're saving Melia from, basically. And we haven't gotten to play it since. But I mean, you know, as somebody that really likes Souls games, Totes, I mean, instantly got the idea of the world. And, you know, I knew that he would be someone that appreciated the fact that, well, you know, you're climbing up this gigantic, well, giant, as the world setting, and you're just gonna have to hope that, you know, if people are getting the jet bikes, that they're not just zooming through, and that they actually, you know, get to take some of that in. I feel like that's not super common these days, and that's sort of why I highlight some of the things that I do when I do some playthroughs of some games, and I slow down for a second, admire the background or the music or whatever. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, given the pace of Xenoblade 1, and given the fact that the only real movement speed increases you can get are from gems, and very slightly through, character affinity, whatever that menu is called, I can't remember. You can only get them from, like, Shulk, I think, anyway. But yeah, given that those are the only two ways to increase your movement speed, like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a fucking pass. Like, if people want to use those Ether Jets, they can do it, because, dude, moving in that game, traversal kind of sucks. I'll keep it a buck there, but, I mean, the world itself is beautiful, so. But I want to save discussion about the Direct and even some stuff regarding the Japanese Direct for tomorrow, because I feel like tomorrow is going to be much more of a bigger Direct day than today will be. Even though there's a ton I could talk about today, I'd rather try to keep it to just Pokopia if I could. Just because I kind of want to keep it all centralized, you know? I mean, it's been a few days. A lot has happened. One of the #1 complaints these days for Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is the areas are too big and characters are too slow, and the Zoomers these days don't find enjoyment in just running through open fields. No, they do not. You are absolutely right, Shay. It upsets me because, I mean, you know, there's beauty. It's the same kind of thing with Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, where there's beauty in the interstitial parts, you know? And especially for people that might not be, you know, such a devout gamer or, you know, dedicated to playing video games. You know, the option is there for them. There is some acquiescence. It's better to play the game your way if you can find ways to make it better for you than to not play it at all, ultimately, you know? But yeah, I do agree that, I mean, let's keep it a buck. One of the things that people talk about these days are attention spans, right? And, you know, if you aren't getting that dopamine fix in that moment, well... Anyway, I feel like I should explain. While I'm talking about this, I'm just going through and getting my daily treasure. Okay, that's cool. No, don't grab the vine. I'm just getting my daily treasures while we're doing this. The plan for today as a whole is to make as much progress as possible, really, because I have spent a lot of time doing nothing the past week in this game except for farming materials, and I'm getting kind of sick of it. I feel like the 3D version didn't really, but I can kind of see where you're coming from. Yeah, no, you make some good points, absolutely. By the way, one thing I do want to start on the stream today is the house here. I didn't really get it too set up, but I did carve out a starting area that we can use. And of course it's going to be back here. I went ahead and kind of prettied the place up, tried to fill in some of the potholes. Well, some of them. And, yeah, we're gonna go through and make this area the house. The idea is gonna be I use the spot over here and kind of expand it and do some other stuff, but maybe we'll do that later, maybe not, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You hate Xenoblade Chronicles 1 3D for very personal reasons? I would love to know. What is it? For me, I was really happy with Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. I feel like it translated very well. They didn't really lose anything. I was a huge fan, especially back when I was, well, I mean, I still kind of carry my 3DS everywhere now, but When I was going to community college in particular, I loved the jukebox feature and how they shared it similar to Smashes, where you can close the DS and let the tracks play with headphones. Oh my god, dude. For one of my favorite game OSTs, was very happy with that. I really need to find a good place to fix up my 3DS. I need to find someone local that really understands, you know, it's not just a machine. No, I get that. I mean, even thematically, when Xenoblade 3, when Future Redeemed was coming out, you would end up finding people. By the way, Tinkaton never went back to the Skylands, and I don't know where Vibrava is, so I don't know where. Like, I haven't seen Vibrava since the last stream I did of this. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, and I'm gonna have to escort Tinkaton back to the Skylands, I guess. But anyway, yeah, people... It's not uncommon for people to think or feel that Xenoblade 1 is kind of disconnected from 2 and 3. And I can sort of understand that, given how 2 is. Oh my god, I finally got the slow bro. Holy shit! This grass has been set up forever! Oh, I just had a good idea. Hey, you. Listen to my good idea. What was it again? Oh well. Anyway, hope to see you around. I was wondering when I'd get this fucking Pokemon. The Hermit Crab Pokemon Slowbro. When a Slowpoke went hunting in the sea, its tail was bitten by a shelter. That made it evolve into Slowbro. Yeah, it's not uncommon for people to view Xenoblade 1 as... Dude, how do I volume balance for this fucking game? Maybe like that. Let me know how the volume is, as always. I would really appreciate it because I do not get immediate feedback for my own stream. At least not without making the echo chamber in OBS settings. Anyway, if I can finish this thought, Xenoblade 1 is, for a lot of people, disconnected from 2 and even 3 in a lot of regards. And I guess in a sense because it kind of is. I mean, like, 2 set up a whole bunch of stuff and felt like it was the proper continuation of Klaus's world. Whereas 1, in a lot of aspects, really just feels like it was its own succinct story and universe in and of itself. Which I can't fault. I mean, like, that's part of why I love Xenoblade 1, is because it is the complete story in and of itself. Like, full stop. That right there is just beautiful, quite frankly. And the fact that they were able to, you know, retroactively go and make a whole series out of it is kick-ass. And, you know, I definitely can't discredit that at all. But for a lot of people, especially newcomers, and especially those that start with 2, you know, there is that, that separation. And honestly, for the era that Xenoblade 1 comes from, I don't really fault it for having some difficulties having add-ons, because, again, it was a very tight package that just for itself was made for itself. In a weird essence, it's sort of a time capsule for a future generation. Dude, all I'm getting are Star Prince. All I'm getting are wallpapers these days. One day you were on a long flight, you spent the whole time on Xenoblade 3D, 100%ed Satoral Marsh, Machna, all of Arathi, and then made it to Valak Mountain, and the game randomly crashed out of nowhere, and you hadn't saved the whole session. Oh my god. Sounds okay? Good, thank you. I am so sorry. That is so fucked up. Whoops. Yeah, my heart genuinely goes out to you. Where were you going? That is a lot to do on a trip, and especially on the 3DS's battery. You must have had like a backup battery and a half for that. God, that sucks. That is agonizing. Personal feelings on port, remaster, remake stuff is that you gotta either have a really solid, properly formed reason for the changes, otherwise just put the port in the bag. I can understand that. I mean, I agree for the most part. In Xenoblade's case, like, their reasoning was to basically tie into 3. And I can totally, also, to get the visual style more in line with the rest of the series going forward, really. Which I don't hate. I do still like the original, but, but yeah, no, I feel kind of the same way. Like, when it comes to remakes, just don't make it intrinsically bad. I mean, for example, you know, the biggest change that people will say about Majora 3D is the... Excuse me, oh my god, I'm sorry. The one thing people will criticize the most about Majora 3D is the swimming changes, you know, with Zorlink. And, yeah, like, what were they thinking? But, no, honestly, I mean, like, I was gonna say something about the fishing hole, but the fishing hole is so completely disconnected, and I also can't remember what they did with the archery, the swamp archery game, now that I think about it. Where did they move that to? Also, because I forgot to go back to the Pokemon Center, we're gonna check these out. But yeah, with ports, it's pretty simple unless you're in a weird, like... Unless you're in, like, the 5th generation of consoles, where you are porting things to, like, fucking everything. For the most part, ports are pretty uncompromising. At least these days. Oh, rare Pokemetal. Damn it, that's not the sync I want. Okay, we're gonna go back to Bleak Beach so I can get some trade fodder. But yeah, if you're gonna remaster, or, you know, in the case of a remake, a game, really give it, like, you gotta make it the most definitive version of that game, ultimately. Like, genuinely. So often will remakes or remasters come out where they change things for the worse or do things that they think is better but aren't actually, and that bugs the shit out of me. Surely 55 cardboard boxes alone will get me there, but we'll call that good. As long as I don't change back before I hit the PC, we're good. Interesting. I like your outlook, Shay. A lot, actually. For me personally, in the case of Xenoblade, I view every release of it as just another way to play the game, and I'm very happy with that. However, that is a very uniquely me viewpoint, and most people would not even view that even remotely correctly. But yeah, I mean, you still see a lot of discourse even today about you can't just take one. Okay, let's try that again. You still see a lot of discourse even today about we're just gonna try this again. About the art style change between 1 and the definitive edition's art style. And for me personally, like, I like both. I think that both are really cool. I think that they're both amazing. And even today, I will still end up playing both for various reasons. But that's not really to say that, you know, one is better or outweighs the other. And when it comes to remakes and remasters, I really do feel like that is their best shot to make what they already had even better. But, you know, not forsake what was already established or set with the game anyway. I need to go through and redeem these for every biome. Somebody please remind me of that later. Oh, hey! I can finally learn this. That's cool. That's interesting. They're yellow. They're not red or purple. I haven't seen that color before. Shay, you weren't following me? You were in my server, but you weren't following? I guess now that I think about it, you joined from YouTube, didn't you? You were. That doesn't honestly surprise me. Twitch has been doing that for like an eternity, so don't sweat it. Okay, we're just gonna go back to Bleak Beach and Pallet Town for the PC interface, and then we'll go to these last two areas. I personally haven't gone back to Xenoblade, Xenoblade 1's original release on the Wii. Mostly because, I only recently just got my Wii hooked up. Like, so far, it has only been hooked up for the stupid Pokemon thing that I've been doing, and relatively speaking, I've only had it hooked up for maybe a year. But, like, I love the way it looks. I love the way it plays. So much more on Wii. It really does. Like, especially on, you know, proper TVs for it. Oh my god, dude. Dude, a proper display does wonders. I love it. Even though the CRTs I have aren't massive, which I'm trying to work on. Actually, I was talking to a homie at work about this. But even though the CRTs I have aren't massive, it's a thing of beauty. That being said, I have booted up Xenoblade 3D a few times. A few times since starting my big Pokemon thing. Because it's nice, you know? Of course, you know, it is one of my all-time favorite games, like I've been saying. But it is really nice to play an RPG that isn't freaking turn-based after playing nothing but Pokemon, let me tell you. Like, for example, I started Dragon Quest VIII on 3DS, and I had to stop playing it because, for as good as it has been so far, I really am liking the story so far and the characters. I had to stop because it's just another fucking turn-based RPG. But yeah, it's been nice to play through RPGs that are visually I guess succinct is a good way to put it. Visually different, you know, they have their own thing going, they have a unique battle system, stuff like that. No, I mean, yeah, there's plenty of remakes and remasters out there that actively like make a worse experience for the end user. I mean, hell, Exo Paradigm Gamer's whole series remake or re-rake is because of that, you know? Which, I don't think he's even uploaded content in a while. Has that guy even uploaded anything in like an age? I really loved Remake or Re-Break, but yeah, I mean, seriously. That's a lot of items, holy crap. Individual cards can absolutely be messed up. That is not an uncommon thing for cartridge-based devices. The same way CDs can have weird and faulty pressings, cartridges can have the exact same issues. For me personally, I downloaded Xenoblade 3DS because even though that was a little bit after my my era of downloading games, it was a game that I downloaded, I downloaded it specifically because I wanted it with me at all times. In the same way, if, I don't know, let's say that Homebrew didn't exist, right? And you couldn't just download games onto your 3DS, I would want to do the same thing for The Wilderness with You. Which, I did, actually. I kept that cartridge with me when I was, like, 18, no, when I was, like, 17 to, like, 21-ish. I kept a cartridge case full of all of the games on the DS and 3DS that I wanted to play. And I would take that with me fucking everywhere. And I would keep some of my favorites, like Explorers of the Sky and The World Ends With You. And then stuff I wanted to play, like Dragon Quest V, Etrian Odyssey, and some other stuff too. But yeah, I kept that thing with me fucking everywhere. Now what's hilarious is I didn't actually use it that much. Please interact with the flowers. I mean, especially because, you know, with the 3DS being what was at that time a current console, I was playing things like Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, or doing some stuff in 3U even, or breeding Pokemon for me and my friends in Gen 6. So, like, I was never want for options, but, you know, sometimes you gotta have that emotional support game. This is gonna be obnoxious. That's doubly obnoxious. Oh, that's bizarre. That's not an uncommon thing, actually. Oftentimes, for games, the music stopping is a tell for a crash. Dude, that sucks. His content was great. Not to compare apples to oranges, but like... For example, one of his cast members, King K, like, I really like King K's content, but if I were to compare the two of them, I would much rather have Remake or Rebreak over King K's video essays. Not that his are bad, but Remake or Rebreak, with the amount of effort that was put in and through having hardware to capture things the best way possible, like RetroTinks and stuff, is just, you know, that's the stuff that, like, I don't have because that shit's fucking expensive. Do you know how I have watched so many My Life in Gaming videos to where I could probably understand exactly what I'm getting with any of their products, or not any of their products, but any product that they would be reviewing or upscalers or whatever. The problem is that they're so damn expensive, I can't ever get them. So it's fun to live vicariously through a guy that already has them. And that's why I want EPG to do stuff again. When is Switch gonna get some damn themes? I'm convinced we're just not getting them anymore. I mean, like, for a while I was on some huge hopium with it, but... like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. With the way the Switch 1 is, like, my Switch 1 is... pretty well used at this point. And I can tell, I don't know if it's just because I've been using the Switch 2 so much, but the Switch 1 is pretty damn laggy. I don't even know if it can really handle themes in a super nice manner. As for why we're getting them, I have no fucking idea. It pisses me off because I love themes on the 3DS. And, like, what the hell? I don't know what these crystals do yet. Seriously, it's so much nicer to boot up my PS4 than my Switch, just because of the theming. Like, I don't understand. It also makes for a great tie-in for other for game releases and other things. Like, why are they just not doing it? Well, he did do other stuff other than Remake or Rebreak, but that was definitely that was my preferred series. I think that was genuinely a really good and unique, even needed series that just isn't really on YouTube. I mean, you know, you have things like Digital Foundry doing comparisons between some games and even some ports and stuff, but yeah, it was a good one. Good naming convention, too. Dude, I know, Shay. Those are so fucking expensive now. They were already annoying because, for the most part, the faceplates were all Japanese exclusive, other than a few of them. Hell, the new 3DS in general, outside of the XL, was basically Japan exclusive. So everything regarding the new 3DS was just a bitch to get if you were... I don't know how it was in Europe, but if you were stateside, it was just nigh impossible. To the point that even back then, on eBay and whatnot, those faceplates would be anywhere between like 20 and 40 bucks, and they just keep growing in value now, and it upsets me so much. But yeah, suffice to say, that's one of the more common Xenoblade retailed items that I do not have, because no. Just no. Maybe not more common, but like the general knowledge of it exists in the general public zeitgeist is the better way to put it, I guess. I don't know. Either way, I don't have them. Oh yeah, remember how I said I was gonna go over things later? Well, here's one of the things that we need to go over, is that I got Superior, so that's cool. That's gonna bug me if I don't fix this now, so I'm gonna fix it now. Cool. Oh, hey. That should mean that I get a Game Boy now. So many Pokemon have come back, and I was able to witness several towns gradually return to the way they once were. It almost feels like the time I spent alone in that dried-up wasteland never happened. Let's keep working together with everyone to make this town the most comfortable it can be. Then it'll be ready for the day when the humans finally come back. Please keep it up until then, Link Sword. I didn't realize he was going to have unique dialogue for that. I guess because this is the last town to get to level 5, so... Deedle beep. Thank you for your continued use of the Pokolife, the app for bettering your environment. Please accept this memento as thanks for the great improvements you have made to this area. You got a Game Boy! Oh, that's... I'm fairly certain it was called a Game Boy system. I remember human children playing with the... Whoops. I accidentally pressed B. They were clearly enjoying themselves so much that even just watching them was fun. Ah, that takes me back. That's Deus Ex. Very sturdy looking game console. It's old, but it still seems to start up. Oh, you bought all the soundtracks individually? That's fucking cool. I have 2 of the Trinity boxes. And what's even funnier is that you have more of the music as a whole than I do because of it. Because they are missing tracks. I don't remember what ones, but they only have, like, so many. And I have those things sealed up like Atem's fucking memories, dude. I mean, with the way things are going, hopefully me saying this actually speaks these things into existence and the collection market bubble can fucking explode so nobody has to deal with this anymore. But the way things are going, I'll be able to retire with those things. That's so cool, Shay. That's way cooler than having the Trinity box. It's so much more effort. It's so much more content in it. It's so much cooler. That is just ultimately so much more cooler than just having the Trinity box. What also sucks about the Trinity box is the fact that you could only order the Trinity box or the other thing that they had at the time. I don't remember what that was. But as I recall, you couldn't get both. Either that or I couldn't afford both. I don't know. Either way, yeah, no, that's way more badass. Yeah, I fucking hate that, Pichu. I wish I could use the USB drive as just a cool USB drive, but... Fucking God, that's so stupid. Like, seriously. I mean, I know I'm going to be channeling my inner AVGN with this one, but what were they thinking? Like, seriously. What kind of cracked out shit were they on that they thought they had to go to those lengths? That you could just completely destroy your PC trying to listen to... What is on there? 5 different tracks and, like, some wallpapers? Like, come on! It's a 2 gig flash drive, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I actually ended up getting the special edition for Xenoblade Chronicles X. I don't remember how exactly, but I did end up picking... I think it was through eBay. I picked it up relatively cheap on eBay. And then, like a year after that or so, I found it at my local Second & Charles Complete. And I was with Totes at the time, and I was like, dude! Like, I stopped him. I was like, dude, check this out, man. And, yeah, I got it for, like, I think 15 bucks cheaper than I'd bought it the previous year. It's pretty cool. Was opened, of course, but, yeah, that was a neat pickup. Go to your local used buy-sell trade stores. They're awesome. They always have awesome stuff. Like, one they had at Second & Charles, also got Kilowattrel too. I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting all of these, but they had a lot of imported stuff. Like, somebody had a massive PS1 like import collection, and they were just kind of sitting, chilling with all the rest of the video games. I ended up picking up... I talked about this when it happened too, but I picked up like Brave Prince of Musashi and some other stuff. And Musashi actually had the trading card in it too, which was hella cool. That's a unique and very niche thing. But yeah, you never know what you're gonna find. Seriously, it's so worth it to try and figure out where your pawn stores, you know, trading stores, thrift shops. Like, find them all. Find whatever's in your area within, like, even something, you know, light, like a 5-mile radius or something. But I should have picked up more of those Japanese PS1 games. I really, really should have. I didn't want to get rid of that. Well, I have no idea how to fix that now. I'm kind of kicking myself, actually. I was thinking about this a while ago. When I was at Target one day, this was just after Xenoblade 2 had come out, they had, at whatever Target I was at, the special edition for Xenoblade 2. And even though I already got it, I was thinking about getting it again, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not picking up that edition that Target had, because that could have been a really nice little asset flip there, which I hate to, you know, put it into monetary value, but, like, let's be real. Whoever did get it, though, I do hope they cherished it and didn't just use it for an asset flip. Yeah, my first time using a proxy service was getting that, Shay. That was the first time I ever used something to properly import and proxy, because I wanted it that bad. That Monado vinyl is so fucking cool, dude. And now, I don't use proxy services all the time, because that would be horribly expensive, but, but yeah, whenever they do have something like that, I at least know how it works now. That's fucking awesome. You love a good long-distance relationship like that. Okay, so before I go and turn in all this stuff, I did see that with examples for the Game Boy, What music is that? I mean, that's definitely not Pokemon, which would be hilariously Deus Ex. But, like, I'm pretty sure I recognize that tune. The sound effects are very RPG, too. I just don't know what that's from. Yeah, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to go ahead and see what I need to make the Game Boy. Because I should be able to now just craft one. I'm quite certain when I got the refrigerator and washing machine that I actually got recipes to make them too. Oh boy. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I thought I did. Okay, I guess not. That's the case. I'll just drop off all this shit and then we'll just take pictures of them real quick and make copies. I have so much shit. Anyway, how long did this take? This took an hour. This is what I would end up doing pretty much daily, by the way. For anybody curious, this is pretty much exactly how this daily routine ended up devolving. Do you mean the Three Houses one or the 30th anniversary one? Oh, hey, there's stuff in here. Old bricks. Cool. That's the first time I've seen that be used. I didn't know that was US exclusive, and I'm really mad that I didn't get that. I was talking about that during the direct stream, actually. That's really funny. Yeah, I tried to get that, and when the Best Buy by my workplace had them, they put them out early, and I tried to get them, and they just wouldn't sell them to me. They were like, oh yeah, this was actually accidentally put out today, they'll come out tomorrow, so come then. And then I went there when they opened, and they didn't have them. At all. I was pissed. So like a schmutz, I just downloaded the Fire Emblem ROM and cried while I watched that download. Okay, we'll just do that, that works. Okay. So now I need the washing machine, refrigerator, and Game Boy. Guess I can put those bricks away too. No, hell yeah, that's sick. I'd do it too. Okay. Let's go over the mountain of screenshots I probably have about the things that I got the past couple days. Oh yeah, by the way, I thought this was really funny. I already have all the Xenoblade Chronicles, portrait images. The old ones and the new ones. Anyway, how far back does this go? My god. Okay, here's Mewtwo stuff. So we're gonna say probably here. Print, wall. I got So here's the funny thing, okay? You might have noticed that there's not an Empoleon outside of my house. I woke up one day, I think it was Monday, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck, jump scare Empoleon. Yeah, it turns out, I thought that if the Pokemon's model was loaded in, that they wouldn't leave, no matter what. But I was sorely mistaken, because just like the other random encounters, like through the rustling grass and whatever, they just leave anyway. So, you know, that was cool. That was a cool discovery. I can make that. Hideout has been added to your human records. After I finish my homework today, I'm going to Yuri's place. She's going to show me a Palmy video, so I might be kind of late getting home. Love, Natalie. Public reading material. Full habitat. I don't know why I took a picture of this. Oh, because I missed what that was. It was a recipe for a cell phone. I remember that. Soft mat. Another, habitat. Oh, yeah, right, okay. Yeah, this is when I started saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna go meet these Pokemon before they leave. Because I had this Kadabra queued up for, I think, a day, and he didn't leave. Sorry, I'm meditating right now. Think you could give me some space? Oh, actually. Fucking hell, that was fast. I'm pretty new to this area and still getting my bearings, so it'd mean a whole lot if we could be friends. Thanks. Yeah, see, like, look, this is the entire clip size. And I had to, like, now when I'm meeting Pokemon, I have to do it quickly if I'm off stream, because the entire conversation won't fit into the clip. Anyway, Kadabra is the PSI Pokemon. It possesses strong mental capabilities, but its psychic powers are halved when it's not holding a silver spoon.
Ah, I've been spotted. I sensed someone's presence and hid myself away to assess the situation, but it seems you're not an enemy. I can't imagine any devious schemes lurking behind such vacant eyes.
I don't know what kind of voice this is, I'm sorry.
Next time we meet, I won't hide, so please greet me when you see me.
Anyway, that's Greninja's canonical English voice. It makes shurikens out of mucus excreted from its thighs. These shurikens can cut cleanly through steel cables. Oi! What are you doing on my turf, huh? You better not try anything funny. I'll suck your blood if you mess with me. What? You're telling me you made this spot here? Dang, that's really something. I should have known no one with a silly mug like yours could be some kind of villain. My bad, pal. I hope we can put this behind us and be friends. The bat Pokemon Golbat. Its feet are tiny, but this Pokemon walks skillfully. Sure. It sneaks up on prey, sleeping prey before sinking its fangs and soaping up blood. No, you did not miss the Rhine time, baby. That will be happening tomorrow. There will be a lot happening tomorrow. I have a lot planned for a stream tomorrow, so don't worry. Wow, what a cool clip timing. That respawn was neat. So this was around the time, I think, when was this? How do you get to show details, eh? Yeah, so I was, at this point, deciding, you know what? I am going to go ahead and just get Pokemon off stream, because since they don't stay, like, I don't want to lose something like Empoleon again, you know? In the entire time that I'd had that house built up, like, I mean, it took me, like, what, 2 weeks to build that house, and Empoleon showed up that one day and it was gone. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to start getting things off stream now. And that's how this started. Well, what do you think of my move, huh? Pretty cool, huh? I practice it real hard all the time, so I never lose. As long as I keep my body moving and let my feelings burn within me, I can beat anyone, even if they're huge. Probably. Charcadet, the Fire Child Pokemon. Its firepower increases when it fights, reaching over 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. It likes berries that are rich in fat. Yeah, those are pretty tasty. Volcarona hint. Aerodactyl display, as if we didn't already know that one. A kitchen table, that was cool to get. Canoe. Blank canvas. What did I get here? Alright. R&D Deep Dive February issue. Today we'll be showing you an office where we're smack in the middle of developing new products. Here, we're in the thick of designing new plush toys. There are plenty of Pokemon in this room. We want to truly recreate the charm and cuteness of Pokemon, so we spend every day in here observing the real deal. We definitely don't come here just to admire and adore the Pokemon. This is research. Experiment space. Neat. Peculiar pattern. There you go. It's a melon pattern. That would have been nice to have had when I was building the house, by the way. Kyogre just jump scaring me again. Poster, bunch of recipes. You'll notice these are pretty much all for freaking wallpapers. There's Kilowattrel. This place is awesome! I bet I could really recharge my batteries if I rested here. I tell ya, being here makes me feel like I can soar on the wind to the end of the world. Like I can do anything! And since I can do anything, you just let me know if anything needs doing. I'd be happy to help, bud. The frigate bird Pokemon Kilowattrel uses its throat sac to store electricity generated by its wings. There's hardly any oil in its feathers, so it is a poor swimmer. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. And I got a rest. Oh, yeah. Right. Kilowattrel set another record. I think it was like 160 Pokemon met. So I got a Wall Torch recipe. And then this one was finally Dragonair. Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. I was just enjoying this space. It's so comfortable, don't you think? I bet it's absolutely perfect on nice days. What? You made this? Wow, that's really cool. I was thinking about living here, so I hope we get along. The dragon Pokemon, shocker, Dragonair, they say that if it emits an aura from its whole body, the weather will begin to change instantly. which I think they used in the anime as a point at some point. Like Claire's Dragonair did that or something. I don't. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? By the way, for lore purposes, I have to ask, if Pokemon don't remain at the habitat where they're supposed to be found, for instance, like that Empoleon, or I was talking about it last time, the Venusaur, where do they go? Like, what happens to them? Because the world as a whole is supposed to be completely uninhabitable, except for the fact that I'm out here doing whatever. So where do they go? Oh yeah, I accidentally took a video of that. I didn't mean to. I remember that. Oh yeah, this was neat. This was a whole view of a treasure block by itself. I just thought that was neat. More store things that I bought. Fancy pen. Heavy iron. I can't even begin to think of what shows up here. Looks cool though. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, there were 3 golden balls to pick up right here. That's why I videoed that, because I thought it was cool. Really rare, honestly. Good old-fashioned antiques. Of note for this, I only have 2 of these. I have that cabinet, I don't have the bed, and I don't have that chair. I can pick up that vanity from a couple of things in Saffron, but yeah, I really want to build this because I think it looks really nice. The antique series in this game looks really, really good. Archaeology magazine number 12 has been added to your human records. Carrie's Ruin Exploration column. Today I'll be exploring the ruins of Elf in the Johto region. These ruins are said to be over 1,500 years old, which means that this was written in whatever current day is, because I'm pretty sure they're that old in gold and silver, so. The writing on the walls inside have long since been deciphered, but I still can't help but feel a sense of awe before this magnificent ancient structure. I ran into another lady traveling alone while exploring the ruins. She said she was on a journey to visit all of the gyms in Johto. I wish her the best of luck. And I took a video of it for some reason. Oh, the sporty outfit, right. Whoops. Yeah, kind of hard to get a good look at this, actually. I'm not using it, but this is what it looks like, at least. Very berry space. Looking forward to building that. I just don't have the Aspair table. This was a new item. Moo Moo Milk Coffee. Milky coffee with a comforting sweet taste. If you take a sip and spit it out, it becomes muddy water. So that's what you can do with it. I don't know on the other maps how you would get muddy water aside from using this, but I guess it's a rare item. I also don't know if you can use that in cooking at all. Why, hello, sweet child. Were you drawn in by my scent? I'll have you know that my aroma is just one of many favorable qualities. Have you admired the shine of this glistening body? Or these lush, ruffleable tufts of fur? And of course... Oh dear. I apologize for going on and on about myself. I want to hear about you too, of course. Dachshund, again the only dog Pokemon I like, is the dog Pokemon, the only one that I like. The pleasant aroma that emanates from this Pokemon's body helps wheat grow, so Dachshund has been treasured by farming villages. Remind me to see if Dachshund actually has the grow feature. I would love to see that. When we get back to the main game, somebody please tell me to do that. Recipe for a stylish iron wall. Wooden table. Recipe for a wooden table. I got this late in the game. Houndstooth print. Pattern. I don't know why I took a picture of this, or a video of this one. This might have just been a mistake. Maybe it was for that. It might have been for that Ging imprint, which I historically don't like. The Moonlight poster. I had to go make this one. This one's really cool, but it's really small. It sucks. 9 flames. I thought this was a hilarious biome. Fireplace nap spot. We can actually go ahead and make this one because I do have both of those. So I might do that and see what we get. Superior, my favorite of the 3 Univan starters. How odd. This one doesn't seem at all fazed by my glare. Alright, time to unleash my true might. Gracious, you must be quite a brave soul. I plan on staying here for a while, so do come by and see me whenever you have time. Alright. Superior the Regal Pokemon, an intimidating gaze and majestic appearance have caused this Pokemon to be known as the Lord of the Forest. What else do we have here? Pokeball print, stone flooring. Just so much shit. I mean, like, I guess this is through a week of playing, more or less, but still. Oh yeah, Kyogre scared the hell out of me and then appeared literally out of thin air. I thought that was comical. DLC hint, by the way. Polka dot print. A leave. A recipe for a microwave oven. I want to see what's makeable in the microwave oven. I really do. Oh yeah, I remember. Because I dove into the spot from the air, and I thought that was neat. Look at that, I resurfaced in the air too. That's a fun little glitch. And then last, we got a spot for Corviknight, which I actually did get the picture of with the Tapatat. I thought I didn't. That was cool. Okay, so that was what, like maybe 15 minutes of stuff that I got through the week? Let's check the Pokedex for Dachshund, because I really am curious now. Do this, and just go to confirm. It does not have the grow feature, but it does have search and trade. Which, I think I'm missing stuff with the trade feature because a lot of the times Pokemon just don't show up to the registers. It annoys me. Anyway, right, let's go ahead and get photographs of these 3 things. I can't take a picture. That object can't be copied? I guess they don't want it to where you can sequence break it. Well, if that's the case, I just hope that they don't take them for the, for the thing here. Yeah, most of the Catmons are, you know, like decent to good. but like, I really don't like most of the dog Pokemon. Houndour and Houndoom, I kind of like just because, you know, they're so, like, skeletal and hellhoundy. I mean, I tolerate Growlithe and Arcanine, I guess. I don't really have any affinity for them, but, like, they're not offensive. But, like, Electrike and Manectric I don't care about. In fact, I kind of actually dislike Electrike and Manectric. I don't like their designs whatsoever. Lillipup I kind of like, but its two evolutions I really don't, actually. Okay, I gotta see. How do I get more Game Boys? Because if I don't get another Game Boy, I'm gonna be pissed, alright? You can buy the recipe in the PC at Sky Islands after you receive it from the quest. Okay, I thought so! That's why I remembered the washing machine one. Because I thought I saw the recipe for the washing machine. So we can just go ahead and buy the recipe for it, so we're good. Way to go! You made it all the way through part 7 of the Team Initiation Challenge. These things are definitely necessities, no matter where you are. I would agree, actually. A Game Boy is a necessity. I've got a link cable for the Game Boy system, so let's battle when you've joined the team. Anyway, here's a reward for that mission. Volcano-y badge. That badge will let you, starting with ideas. Oh, when you got that badge, you can eat spicier food, or something. Anyway, what's really important is the next mission, because it's the last one. Part 8 of the Team Initiation Challenge. Go get 'em! Your cherished photo. Your last task is to take a photo. You just need to take one photo and bring it here. Not just any photo. Imagine you had to leave all your friends and move somewhere really far away. Take the kind of photo you'd want to bring with you when you go. Maybe it's your favorite scenery or your closest friends. You can be in the photo yourself if you want. Anyway, bring just one photo like that. This is your final mission. Alright, chat, do we do that or do we just submit that? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? By the Sword and Shield dogs, do you mean Zacian and Zamazenta, or other ones that I'm blanking on? Oh, like Yamper. Yeah, Yamper and Boltund fucking suck. Yamper is good, but Boltund's horrible. I hate Boltund. Horrible design, honestly. Yamper's good, though. As for the actual, you know, dogs, Zacian and Zamazenta, I'm not a huge fan of them, honestly, but at least Zamazenta's is a bit more natural. Like, I can buy a shield being a main, you know what I mean? I can't just buy that a dog has a sword unless it's, you know, name is Sif. Even then. Dude, getting water up here is gonna be a bitch and a half. I guess I could use a freshwater, but I can't really buy those yet, so like, I don't know. I don't know how I want to do this. Anyway, do I take a big photo, chat, or do I just submit whatever I just took a picture of a second ago? I'll take whatever the first response is. Fucking Lugia! That's gonna be obnoxious. This isn't gonna be as bad as I thought, actually. I mean, for getting water where I want to up there it will be, but for over here it won't be bad. Alright, let's go ahead and submit a photo of whatever I've got. We're gonna see exactly what happens. You're satisfied with your photo, right? In that case, you finally finished the entire Team Initiation Challenge! Congratulations! Here's your final reward. You got the Earth, quote-unquote, badge. That's it! Alright, with that, you're now truly one of us. This calls for a celebration, a welcome party. We'll provide the food and decorations. Sorry to ask this, but could you prepare some party poppers? Wondering why the party poppers are your job? Come on, don't sweat the small stuff. It wouldn't really feel like a party without them, now would it? This is your first job as a new member of our organization. Get some party poppers. That's an order. Okay, I don't know... Yeah, I can't check recipes unless I'm actually at a bench. I'm pretty sure party poppers I have a recipe for, right? Like, that was what I got from the first Pokemon Center. Oh yeah, there you go. Paper and vine rope. I think Dashman's cool. I think it's got cool lore behind it. It doesn't have a bad design. It looks, I mean, it looks like bread in such a good way. And you guys know how I feel about, like, food designs and stuff like that. It's got a cool, unique ability. It's got interesting stats, actually. It has a very interesting stat spread. Even so far as having a niche, not a good one, but a niche in Ubers, of all things. Would I use it personally? Probably not. Let's just get it out of the way. I probably wouldn't use it. But, like, as far as the dog Pokemon go, it is by far my favorite. That's obnoxious. I adore alchemy. Similar to Vivian, or rather because of Vivian, when that big alchemy event started in the in Scarlet and Violet, and they had that Milcery outbreak. I wanted to try and get like 1,000 shiny Milcery to evolve into every alchemy pattern, but because they literally do not change color like whatsoever when they're shiny, they're like the shiny is like the same color for all of them. Like they're all black. It would have just been a huge waste of time because you wouldn't be able to tell what pattern any of them were, except, you know, like if you used Hex, like PK Hex or something like that. Which is kind of similar to, oh, alphabetical. It's sort of similar to Minior in that aspect, but, earlier in Pokemon Home, they actually did have differing colors for Minior. So, like, even though they were all black, they would be black with, like, a tinted red or green or blue or whatever. So you could actually see what color your Minior was going to be. Also, when you do catch a Minior in Scarlet and Violet, it says what color they are. So, like, you can at least sort of tell the color of a Minior in a few different ways. Oops, that sucks. But, like, alchemy, I don't think there's anything that'll help you with that one. And that sucks. If I do end up replaying Sword and Shield at any point, which I highly doubt, I've already decided that I will get an alchemy on my team because I really like it. Not a great Pokemon though. Makes me sad. It's cool though, because I do love Hatterene, and that makes me happy. Hatterene is good. The delivery hatch is completely full. Hello, Linksword. I just couldn't get this building off my mind, so I came to investigate a little bit more. So how goes it? Did you learn anything about the building? The party poppers won't fit. Linksword. Party poppers are no good if you just shut them away. Let me show you how to use them. Here, watch this. First, you grab this string tight to get ready. Come on, you do it too. Yes, just like that. Alright, now let's pull the strings. Ready, set. There we go. Emergency. Emergency. We may be under attack. What's happening? Did I do something wrong? There, hush now. Initiating emergency evacuation protocol. 3, 2, this is a fucking rocket, isn't it? Team Rocket finally has a rocket. I noticed the tip of it was kind of weird looking. Oh, that's so cool looking. Dude, that's cool. Dragonite big chillin'. What? That whole big building just flew away? I don't suppose I did something I shouldn't have. But you know, this is just one more surprise. I've witnessed wonder after wonder since I first met you. You've made houses just like the humans did, and brightened up a whole town with electricity. You held a party for everyone, and started up a huge machine. Thanks to you, we Pokemon have gotten pretty skilled at acting more like humans. But to think a building as big as that could fly up that high into the sky. Humans really can do incredible things. Do you suppose there's any chance that humans are seeing that building out there somewhere? I feel like this is going to transition into Pikmin. What a cute little credit sequence. I'm surprised this triggers the end of the game, honestly. Yeah, because, I mean, there are space Pokemon. So where is this going, then? Nothing can be on it, right? Well, I guess the stuff that I put in it might be on it. Dang, that's cool looking. Dang it. Oh no, dude, the photo! The photo is gonna be of nothing! That was a really cute little video. It's too bad my photo is of literally fucking nothing. Oh man. That's actually sad. So I guess, in a sense, that's sort of the trigger. That's it. Like, there's a colony of humans, or maybe even more of them, out there in space somewhere. That rocket found them. And when it has all that stuff in there, and, you know, presumably a photo that actually makes sense, then, you know, maybe they come back. What was the photo supposed to be? It's a photo you submit. So it can be literally whatever it is that you want to submit. For us, it was that! It was that fuck-all piece of shit photo. Picks up a tablet. Assuming somebody actually does complete my mission for me by getting food and furniture and all that stockpiled up, what should I do if they actually want to join our organization? I don't know if any super serious do-gooders would want to join Team R, but if they do ask to join, I guess we could let them. Might not be so bad. I bet everybody would be real surprised if they found out Team R built a rocket to evacuate into outer space all by ourselves. We even have more than enough fuel to make it back to the planet easily after the environment's calmed down a bit. The boss's plan is absolutely perfect. Boss says that the scale of the plan to get all humans into outer space at once is just too large. He said that if anything goes seriously wrong, the others might not have enough fuel to get back. Maybe we could share some of our extra fuel with them if that happens. And then maybe people would think, oh, Team R is actually so nice. And we get more people wanting to join up. Either way, I bet we can make a bunch of money from it when it all comes. Astonishing! Humans really could do the most incredible things. They didn't just build a big building like that. They even made it fly up into the sky. Our biggest hint may have blasted off and flown away, but as I watched it go, I couldn't help but think. Somewhere, somehow, humans will see that building. I'm sure of it. And then they'll come back here. I truly believe that. So until that day arrives, let's work together with the other Pokemon here to make even nicer places to live. So those humans will be gobsmacked to see what they're coming home to. Let's keep it up, Linksword. You got the Memories photo frame. Magnemite. Oh, this place. The open sky, the fresh air, the Pokémon. It has been a time since I saw them all. Hello, hello. Will you be a friend of mine? Let us talk together. Magnemite, the magnet Pokemon. The electromagnetic waves emitted by the units at the sides of its head expel anti-gravity, which allows it to float. Where did it go? Hello, hello. There was a big building above here. Why is it gone? It flew into the sky. It is difficult to believe. Incredible. Those humans were making a thing of amazement. I now understand. There were many humans. They looked sketchy. They did things around the building. One day, they disappeared. I went inside to investigate. I was unable to exit. I could not exit and had no things to do, so I slept. How long did I sleep? I do not know. When I woke, I was here. When the building flew, maybe I fell out. The building was a comfortable space for sleeping. It would have been a good home. This is unfortunate. You can make a home that is like the building? Is it possible? If so, I would like that a large amount. Something like this. Please make it. Factory storage. I count on you. Well, let's go ahead and clean all this up. The only thing we're really missing is what? A lamp and whatever that thing in the middle was that I already forgot. Oh, that's so sick! That's awesome, dude. Rocket Hideout, CD14. I wonder what exists beyond it. Probably nothing. Interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and try and build his habitat. I guess it kind of does look like the Explorer's intro. People did make Sharpedo Bluff, actually, in the game, shortly after it came out. Okay, control unit, a street light, and the metal drum and chord's already here, so... A street light and a control unit, which I think I can build a control unit? I'm not sure. Let's see if we can. Is there post-game? I don't know. I mean, I do know that there's 4 other legendaries to go after. Which, speaking of, after we build Magnemite this thing, we can We can go to one of the Dream Islands and see what's on those other ones. Oh, son of a... There we go, I can build a control unit. And a chic streetlight, we'll just go ahead and build that just to have in the inventory. Okay. So I think this game resets at 5. At 5 in the morning, so we should be good to get the one today, and then tomorrow also get another one, because it is actually a few minutes past midnight for me. Wasteland Dream Island. So this is one I haven't been to. This is the one that Eevee will bring us to. Let's take a look. Entei is kind of dog-like. He's an okay dog if so. Suicune, Entei, and Raikou don't... Like... Okay, who... Actually, I think only people in my age group would really argue about what they were. But there were people calling them legendary dogs, and some people called them legendary cats. You could say dog because of Entei, you could say cat because of Raikou. And then Suicune was kind of the middle ground, so that's kind of what both sides had to argue. And for some people, you could say Suicune is kind of panther-like. So... I mean, really, just call them the legendary beasts and call it good. This is incredibly flat. Oh my god. Oh, that's so nice. So this is where you'd end up getting these roses. Okay. And it looks like gravel, too. So some of the more unique blocks are because I haven't been to these islands yet. I don't know if gravel's going to be used for anything, but I might use that as another house basis. Cats, yeah, calling them cats was when they were an argument for dogs versus cats, I think. Because some people do still call them legendary dogs, and I can totally buy that. But, it's a relic of a foregone age, let me tell you that. Beasts are what they're normally referred to as these days, I think. Yeah, this is super flat. Between Pikachu and Eevee, I wonder which one you're supposed to get first, because this one definitely seems like you're supposed to get Eevee first. But I think you can get both in the Wasteland, so... There's pink roses?! I need to get these wildflowers too. Wildflowers are used in quite a few recipes, and I didn't have any, so... I don't really like the look of this island that much, but it definitely has a lot of resources I want, so... Oh my god, there's so many. I'm probably, you know, I'm gonna stop gathering these because I can get more through the week if I need to. These pink roses are awesome, actually. The fact that there's, I guess every flower has 3 potential colors, because I've gotten purple, red, and now these pink roses. And then for the, whatever those, robust flowers are. Excuse me. I've gotten 3 different colors of those too. Never mind, there's 4. Yeah, the way this all looks too with the tiling, this is very much supposed to be the first one, because the Pikachu one I think is called the Ocean one, and I haven't been there either. Like, I haven't been to any of the islands off stream that I haven't already visited, but I have taken a look at them, and the Pikachu one is called the Ocean one, I think, so that would lead me to believe that the Eevee one is the closest to the first one you're supposed to get, or supposed to visit. Which I probably should have done in those initial streams, but you know, there was a lot going on. Ten vine wall decorations. Neat, that's cool. Yeah, I'll probably end up coming here a few times through the week to pick up stuff. The purple wildflowers aren't super common, and neither are these bushes, these purple ones. So that is pretty cool. Although it is definitely a more lame island with, generally speaking, less resources. Although, to be honest, with how long I spend on these dream islands before I go to work or something, oh my god. This will be a good change of pace. Hey, there's the chair! Perfect. Yeah, there's overall kind of less to get, really, over here. Which, honestly, I'm kind of okay with. Like, genuinely, though. Because playing this through the week can get a little bit overwhelming, especially when you're treasure hunting. Cuteness overload, my god. Hi, speeders. Sounds like a good day. Meanwhile, I slept for 13 hours. So who really had the good day, huh? So something I want to highlight since we're here, actually. I noticed this. What was it? Collection. So I looked in the collection a little bit ago, and I took a look at these. I guess we don't have to worry about. But over here we have 5 different categories. Highlight reel are all of the unique photos. You know, all those photo ops that would show up. Recipes. It's not going to be worth going through all this, but you guys can see. Definitely a lot of holes still to fill out. But maybe if I've gotten... Oh my god, there's so many wallpapers. There's so many wallpapers, dude. What the hell? No wonder I've been getting them non-stop. Dude. Trying to zoom in sucks. Yeah, that wallpaper is cool looking, though. Or, not wallpaper, the poster. Items. I don't know how many items are in the game, but there's a lot of them. I also don't know what that symbol in the left means, the bottom left. I guess they're all item types. Either way, there's a lot going on. And I don't think you can get a good 3D look at anything. Probably not anyway. There's a chance that I do have every CD, though. I mean, that looks pretty succinct, doesn't it? Unless there's more CDs to get, of course. Yeah, I can't really click on anything, so... Oh, wow! Well, there you go. There's 5 different colors for every flower. That's really neat. Ancient artifacts. These are not only fossils, but what you can get from the large and small relics, which we will be going through. Should I do that now? I was going to try and start the house now, but should we just go through 200 ancient artifacts now? Actually, more like 400. Anyway, the reason I brought this all up was because of the human records. As you can see, there's, what is that, 7 categories? And for the most part, we're doing a pretty good job collecting them. There's 1 letter left to get. Some photos left. But, yeah, really, the only one that has any gaping holes is the magazines. And you can go through and read them all. Hackers Confessions and Professor's Diary. Newspapers, magazines, notes. So yeah, there's not even any more of someone's journal to pick up. Letters, papers, photos. So going forward, I probably won't be picking up many many human records, honestly. Why did I just pick all these up? What's wrong with me? I will say, though, as far as the plants go, since I wanted to talk about that for a second, it looks like all of the flowers and whatnot have different colors depending on the method of obtaining them. There's, like, the default color for them. And then there's a color you can get on the Dream Island, a color you can buy, and maybe, like, a rare color that maybe pops up. Like, in case of the white rose, maybe you also get it from an island if you're lucky, but like for most of these I've only seen 3 colors, so I was surprised to see the white rose and then a 5th. Maybe there's some sort of crossbreeding that I don't know about, but yeah, what I can say is I am stoked to finally explore this island type. And tomorrow or Sunday, if I end up playing a little bit of this, We'll go to Pikachu's and see what that's about. Not gonna bother. You really don't, Peters. Like, not even at all. In fact, that'll be a waste of your time. It will literally be a waste of your time to try and max out everything, because as soon as G rank drops, you're gonna be getting new stuff. I mean, even for you, like, that's not even speaking, like, colloquially or globally. For you specifically, your favorite monster is Rathalos. You're gonna fight a G rank Rathalos in half an hour. Don't even bother getting a max out armor set. You're just gonna replace it instantly. Your weapon, sure. Like, if you're trying to build a Gogma Ardean weapon, go for it. Yeah, that's gonna be worthwhile. But, like, doing anything else in that game is gonna be a waste of your time. Trying to get, you know, good talismans for various skills or whatever, that can maybe carry over. But even then, for something like that, I wouldn't even do that, because unless you were, like, just hell-bent on fighting Gog like a trillion times, that would be the only real way it would be worth it to go talisman farming. Pardon me, Linksword. I have a favor to ask. Can I borrow you for a moment? It has to do with my inability to generate electricity. When I first woke up, I couldn't quite recall the reason why my electricity was gone. But the more time I spend here, the more my memory has returned in little bits and pieces. And I've recalled an important memory from long ago. You see, I had something of a little family before. Some younger Pokemon who were frail and feeble, so I got in the habit of sharing my electricity with them. But there came a day when the whole lot of them fell ill all at once, and in response, I took things a little bit too far. I pushed myself to the absolute limit trying to share even more electricity with them, and, well, I couldn't generate a single spark after that. If by chance my little family members have also returned to the area, I would be so delighted to see them again. Could I trouble you to look for them? Truly? Thank you ever so much. In that case, could I ask you to look for Pichu first? Yeah, he's in the chat. Pichu was a reliable one, always looking to bear the burdens of others. But Pichu always craved love and attention the most. I can hardly wait to shower them with affection when we're reunited. If you do find Pichu, please bring them to me. I would be in your debt. Probably have a bunch of quests I could pick up. Could you imagine if we kept the little ball form of Pichu that was in the beta? What a world. Was it sparkling? Why was it sparkling? Oh, that was just the transformation effect. I thought it was sparkling a la, like, somebody lighting up the area like Pikachu. Was not paying attention. Guess I can drop that back there. You've got to be joking. I really wanted it to be down here, but that's not happening. I was trying to pick that up. Okay, where do I want to put the control unit? I guess just out here is fine. Right over the rusted spot. Nah, because I don't know if that's going to count. They don't have to be exact, but they got to be close enough. Oh. I thought I was gonna follow him, or I was gonna have him follow me. Oh, ditto. I have an idea. Do you have interest in Magnet Rise? It will let you float around. This is very fun. You must try. Oh my god, I love it! You learn Magnet Rise. Wow, Ditto. Your floating skill is useful. You must continue to practice. You will master Magnet Rise. Magnet Rise lets you move while you hover in the air. You can float down or up by pressing L or R while using this move. Select an item in your bag and press A to spit it out. For certain items, you can adjust the number of items you spit out at once by pressing up and redirect where you spit them by pressing down. If you press R, you can enter replacement mode, which allows you to swap what you want to spit with what's on the ground. You can break what's in front of you with Y. This is a whole other control scheme. What the fuck? The broken item will then be stored in your bag. If you press and hold the button to break something, you will store it in your body so you can spit out the whole. Okay, so I kind of knew this was coming already because I've seen people make stuff using Magnet Rise, but I wasn't expecting a whole goddamn control scheme. Oh my god. You can do it like that? Oh, what the fuck? Fascinating. Okay, so Ditto can't interact with the vines like I could as Dragonite. Pretty nice, though. All right. What if I can't retransform as Ditto, I think. Yeah, like if I want to switch to Dragonite, I have to untransform. Which is interesting. I guess, this is the post game right here. This is the colloquial god mode. Okay, so I think what I want to do, because it's already 12:30, maybe spend like just a little bit of time building out a house, maybe. Do you guys want to see house building, or do you want to see 400 items get appraised? What does the chat want? House building? Okay, cool. In that case, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the already established home in Bleak Beach. So, my idea is this. In Bleak Beach, I built sort of a tower of a home, right? In Withered Wasteland, I want to build a home that is like one floor with like maybe an attic. And then just like a ton of space, right? So just like one really wide home. For Rocky Ridge, I want to use a house kit to build something. And I think for the Skylands, I haven't really decided. It could be that I swap these two, because my initial idea is I want one to use a house kit, and then the other to maybe just rebuild something that's already been there. But that's kind of already what I'm doing here to begin with, so I don't think I really want to go with that. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Anyway, let me go ahead and clear out the inventory a little bit here. And then we shall build. Speaking of building, did anybody in the chat ever watch Destroy, Build, Destroy? Entei, fuck off, dude. Holy shit. Okay, for the sake of the stream, I'm gonna just do this. Actually, these two I'll keep. As with this, everything else I'm just gonna go ahead and do like that, I think. Okay, so what I wanted to do here is I wanted to use actual, like, specific house blocks for this. I was thinking, where are they at? I was thinking of using the stylish wall for this, because I think it looks pretty good. We already see what it looks like when I go to a Dream Island. That's what the tower is made out of. And I think it looks very, like... It looks very, like, medieval European, which I kind of like. Nice, dude. Yeah, looking at the options I have right now, too. Huh. Do I build the candy house? Sounds kind of cool, actually. Let's see what this looks like put together. Because what I'm seeing so far, I'm not huge on individually, but let's just see what it all looks like with a small little row of it. Whoa, camera, please. As much as I am enjoying this game, I gotta say, the camera fucking sucks. Like, royally. Okay, I already don't like this a ton. This is a little too, it's a little too fun house and not enough, Animal Crossing candy house. You know what I mean? Okay, see, now it looks kind of ice cream shop-ish. It also kind of looks like a bounce house still. Not my favorite. I also don't know how I'd roof it either. Worth the look, but not worth going for, I don't think. You do not get copper ore out if you bust those things up. Let me tell you that right now. When you break these things, you get garbage, iron ore, or paper out of it. Definitely not copper ore. There's a lot of good stone, but I already have a stone house, so I don't want to use that. Hey Viper, how you doing, dude? Yeah, I think I'll just use the stylish wall, honestly. I really like the way it looks. It very much is like medieval European, and I like that a lot, actually, so. We'll just take 40 of them things. Why do they need seashells? You need to maintain your sleep schedule. Gotcha, so you're not going to be sticking around for very long then. Okay. So now, let's go ahead. And I need 3 specific blocks out of here. I need field grass. The little bit of ordinary soil I've got, I guess. And cliff rock. And spotted cliff rock. Alright. Let's start it up. Well, you did just miss the ending of the game, I will say that. The sensual sounds of the Linksword method. What a lie that is. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it now. Through the week, I will be working on slowly building this area up, just like I was for the Bleak Beach House. But for now, we can go ahead and get the head start. So first, what I want to do is, I want to keep this little ridge here, but I want to go. Whoops. I want to go ahead and expand on it a little bit, so that way it's sort of stepped. Because I think that's cool. Maybe even put a couple more here. That's pretty cool. I like that. As for this water feature, I think what I want to do is take these and then move this river up a square, so that way I have like a whole proper square to work with. So like, if I build up here and replace these, then I can have the water come from down there to some degree. I'll figure that out when I get to it. And we can keep this natural, like, little path we've got here. I might also move the river a little bit so it curves, like, from this way over here to give it a little bit of personality. But for now, the house, this is what I wanted. I wanted this big old plot of land. And the fencing, I think I'll move the fencing. I might keep it once I have the actual house built, but for now, no. Okay, so let's figure out exactly how far I want to be out. If I use the fencing, then it would be, you know, something like this. We'll call that good. That's enough of a rough. Actually, what I can do is just build posts of 2 like this to use it as roofs, and I think that's pretty doable. And we'll just have that post stay there for now. Okay, whatever, good enough. So effectively, this is kind of what we're dealing with here. And I have... Do I want a 1 space or a 2 space? This is the question, chat. Do I want a 1 space gap or a 2 space gap between the thing? Let's see what a 1 space looks like. I think I already dislike that. On the sides it might be okay, but in front I think maybe not. Interestingly, I do already have a little bit of stamped land here, which is pretty cool. I can kind of use that as like a rough guide, and that's solid. Okay, so now we can see exactly where I need to build out to, because the real dictating factor here is how far can I build this way? And I think what I'll do is I might get rid of this cliff wall here. It does line up, but... yeah, admittedly, it's not as big as I thought it was, even with all this. But it is kind of exactly what I'm looking for. And I'm already out of house. Yeah, I think I will go ahead and remove this. And give myself one extra space. And then I can work on removing the cliff wall as I need to. But for now, let's go ahead and go build more wooden pillar. This is definitely a lot easier of a build than the first one because this is using something that I already have access to. And even if I didn't, I could consistently get it from Dream Islands. Not to the degree that I would like, but I mean, at least I could get some every given day. So... okay, so let's go ahead and... gonna get 20 more of these. And more of this because I just realized I have to actually build up the wall. So seeing the amount of space I have, I think I'm definitely going to make this rather traditional. I think I will go with the second floor, but that'll really be it. As for the roofing, I have no clue what to actually do. I'm gonna be completely honest there. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. Dude. Alright, so this is the rough plot of land we've got. What we'll do now is bust up some of this cliff face. Or not. I might keep some of this cliff face, actually. I want to get rid of that, but we'll see exactly how high I build up. Also, I'll break these two up because this is going to be where some sort of door goes. And now it's time to build wall. Doing this is kind of obnoxious because Ditto does not move as fast as you think he might. Actually, didn't realize. Excuse me. Wow, the camera did not like that. So yeah, I might keep this little corner of the cliff. Not this part. Like, I want the building to be properly and complete and everything, but yeah, this corner where it like intersects and makes a corner with the wall I kind of like. Kind of place that you would go and find like an item behind, you know what I mean? One sec. Okay, sorry about that. You can see here too how quickly you go through wall. Like, it goes so much faster than you might think. And we're out. Okay, that is okay though. This is the rough start of what we've got here. Let's see if... Okay, I'm seeing how this looks now. Okay. Do I want to build it 4? Yeah, I think I do want to build it 4 high. We'll just do that. And then what I'm thinking is I build it like 4 high, and then I get more middle wall. So like this can clearly differentiate where the second floor starts. You know what I mean? And then I can build more wall and then top it again. I think that's how I want to do that. No, dude. Of course, it is getting a little bit too tall. Maybe I won't build 2 stories? Because I don't want it to interfere with this at all. So maybe I'll just build 1 big story. Which, if I do decide to go through with that, I have, what, 2 or 3 more spaces? Because I still have to account for a roof, too. Yeah, so if I leave that there, that's pretty much the amount of space I have. And like I can take out a little bit of this if the roof ends up being too big, but I don't want to do too much of that. All right, let's go ahead and build more wall. If I hadn't already done so much, this would have been a good spot to try and use the magnet rise, but I think for now, for the purposes of the stream, I'll just use what I know and not try and use some other wackadoodle thing I just picked up, because that could be an issue. Okay, we'll get another... We'll get 50. Oh, I forgot to get a door. Oh well. I'm probably going to use a door that has a 1-tile entrance instead of 2. Just because I'm curious, how would this have looked? It wouldn't have looked too bad. A little bit strange, maybe, but like... No, that actually would have looked really good. Yeah, that would have looked really good. But I don't want to build too big a house, so I don't want to do that. And like, if I do want to go ahead with that, then I'd have to build a lower roof. Which, maybe I could. Whoops. Yeah, this is all sorts of crazy. I can't even. How did I move back? Yeah, I don't know about this. Yeah, I don't know about this at all. I think I'll just stick to what I know. We'll make one half of it with the idea of putting 2 stories in, and the other half being with 1. Just to see what it looks like as it comes together. Dude. Yeah, see, this feels a little claustrophobic, it feels like. Well, it wasn't quite half, but it's close enough, so. Excuse me. Okay. Oop, too much. Okay, whoops. And so we do that, and then might as well make this one too. Oh my god. The entire reason I did that. Okay, so I do that. And then I would do... It would have to be 2, I think. Or maybe 3. I don't know if it'd actually be 3 or not. And I don't really care about the one spot that's missing. That's not going to be a deal breaker. I hate doing that. Well, that's really all I had. Okay, well, here we are at least with rough foundations of the interior and potential exterior. The... I don't know if I'd have the second floor start on this one or one above it if I were to use the second floor. But, like, for one room, this is even a little too high. You know what I mean? Like, how many was this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that was 5 blocks. So 5 blocks is pretty high. But then if you make 2 different rooms of like 3 each, that could be... That could be a little bit better. But again, I don't know where I'd put the flooring. Would I put it on the 4th floor or the 4th block or the 3rd block? And I think that's where the issue can kind of maybe arise and make this a little too much, you know what I mean? What I will say is that we need more blocks anyway. And I'll do this for like 15 more minutes before I stop. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. God damn it, Ho-Oh. Maybe not that much. Okay, now I do need some sort of floor. And I guess wooden floor is gonna do it, so... Something I wanted to try, but haven't really fully been able to gotten to do. What a horrible sentence that was. Something I haven't been able to do yet is see if I can talk to Lugia and Ho-Oh while I'm flying as Dragonite, which I guess I can be Magnemite now, but I haven't gotten to try that out yet. Maybe I can the next time I see them though with Magnemite. Okay, let's see here. As I'm doing this, I am leaning more towards using the two-layer, or the two-story structure. Thought I saw that treasure up there. This was an awful starting point. What am I doing? I can just use Magnemite now. Now that I can just Magnet Rise out of this, it's fucking great. I don't know. See, like, it feels right to have it be at that mark, but I feel like it should be one more above, because that feels a little too low, you know? Like, you can't even jump. But if I build 2 stories and... Oh. But if I build 2 stories and have it like this, it's gonna be too high. But I like the look of that so much more. And then if I do it like this, then it would be like... I do that. I should fill this out a little bit more. Maybe this is what Magnemite is going to be good for. Hang on. Oh yeah, that's goated. That is so good. Okay, and then the roof. I'll finish seeing this out first. I hope that connected properly. The problem is, this is gonna get in the way of the roof a whole lot. Because I wanted to build just a full triangular... Whoops. I wanted to build a full triangular roof, is the thing. I didn't really say that earlier, but that's why I was worried about it. Dude. And then that means that we'll just use Magnemite, or the flooring as an example. That means that that has to be like this, right? Yeah, so it has to be like that. Which, while it would look nice, is too big for what I think I wanted to go for. Because I didn't want it to be a huge house. And I also didn't want to really mess with the cliff over here. But maybe we can take a look at roofing and see see what we can do there. Or it could be instead that the second floor uses the roofing. That could be a good compromise here. Damn, I am dying all of a sudden. Got stuff stuck in my throat and sniffly and stuff. Now the question here is, do I have some sort of roofing that I can actually use? I guess I could use that. The answer is no. These also don't have some sort of window jointment. Why are these separate from the other ones? What's going on with that? Also, where the hell would you use these? I mean, I know that it's 1:30 in the morning and I'm getting tired, but like, where would you use these? I don't know what to do about a roof right now. Yeah, these would be the next thing I would use, but I don't want to use these because they use squishy clay and I don't have a ton of squishy clay, so I think we'll hold off on that for now. What I want to do though is I might actually be able to use some old tiles from this as a placeholder. What I want ideally, excuse me, is some sort of like, not exactly straw as a roof, but you know, something like straw or like a wooden roof of some kind. Oh, that's where I put that. These could be usable. At least for now. Also, I'm gonna do this before I forget, because I keep forgetting. I'm gonna go ahead and get a door, so that way I can actually make this a house. So we can stop coming here. And then we have to go through that loading screen and all that stuff. So we'll get a house, put that together, and then, not a house, a door. Put that together for the house. And that way we can at least instantly travel here, which is going to be way better. Okay, so what kind of doors are we working with here? We got rustic door, iron door. We're not looking quite that fancy. I mean, we could try an iron door, but I think rustic door will look pretty good. Let's see how these stand on their own. damn, that is huge. Could also depend on if, or rather, how I want things to look with that pathing. Okay, so we can stop coming here finally. Timber, it's all yours, buddy. Enjoy it. So we come this way, come this way, come this way. Iron door is a bit much for this. But like a double rustic door, or even a single one. A single could work a little bit better. Maybe first let's just put this here. I think I want it like that. There we go. I think that's how I want it. It's still not gonna let us do that? Whoa, okay. Dude! Okay, for whatever reason that isn't really counting. I don't know why, but... Okay, so let's go ahead and remove these. Because I do like the idea more and more of making it a two-story house. And what I want to do with this is I want the roofing to be part of the second story. Which is gonna make things be kind of weird, I think. Might actually have to make the inside before I finish the outside with this. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna have to do is finish the interior before I really build up the roof. Because I don't know exactly how I want this to look. Why? I think part of the reason this isn't working is because I don't have a roof. But we'll see. I'm out of stamina. Bloody hell, I said I was gonna do it for 15 more minutes, it's already 1:38. I forgot I will need to carve out one, one block for the flooring, too. Oops. Good? Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna finish the flooring and then that is gonna do it for me today. Then, like I said, I will be adding to this more and more through the week. So the next time you see it, it will be very different. At least probably. Like, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna end up streaming this the rest of the weekend. Might. But whatever I don't end up streaming tomorrow, I'll push into Sunday. Because I do want to stream the Elliot demo. I do want to stream the Final Fantasy demo if it exists. I'm pretty sure it does. There is the Kirby event. For whatever it's worth, there is another season of ZA. So, like, I guess do that. But I want to. No! Okay, let's go make some more wooden flooring. You know, interestingly enough, I don't think I actually carved out the flooring. Maybe I did. I can't remember if I carved out the flooring for this house or not. Oh. The basic wooden flooring just matches so much more. The idea really is to go like, you know, maybe lavish 1400s era-ish. Just wood and I guess whatever this plaster-like stuff is that's with the wood. And then just have the roof be the second floor, and I think that's probably gonna be how it goes. Oh yeah, that's right. The home isn't actually there right now. Are you dead ass? Okay, let's go get more. I'm just gonna make another stack like this. Because at this point, I don't even know how many I'm gonna use for the second floor. Also, while I'm doing this, let's go ahead and take a look. I want to see if there's any other... I want to see all the roof tiles. Whoops. No, dude. Okay, so that is the flooring done, which took way more effort than I thought it would have. If I'm being honest. And now with this roof is going to be so obnoxious because it's going to have to be triangular. For what I want to accomplish. And then also have like spots. The spots for the windows I'll be able to figure out later, but yeah, it's going to have to be really obnoxiously triangular. And for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put together a roof. Because I don't know how far out things are going to come because I can't find the roof that I want yet. And we're going to do that. I think I want the staircase at the back, but we're going to see. Either way, yeah, I'm going to stop for now because this is going longer than I wanted to, and I do want to sleep soon. Like I said, I'm going to fiddle with this more through the week, similar as I was doing it for the last house. Blastoise Sam, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. But I am gonna have to see where I'm gonna have to see like more of the roof tiles because there's a specific roof. Maybe not a specific roof, but there's like a roof type that I want to get that I don't really want to move forward until like I actually get it, you know? Because I don't even know if it exists. And if it doesn't exist, then maybe I'll just default to using this sloped stone roof, which doesn't match at all. But it would basically start like up here probably and then go all the way up. So we'll see. I mean, the good news is I can at least recolor anything I want, but I do need to look up some sort of roofing repository. Okay, maybe this Game 8 one will have it. How to build and place roofs is not exactly what I need. I just need to see what roofs exist. Roof tiles that can be crafted. Okay. Let's go here so I can see exactly what I've got. And then I'll be out of here. Does crafting with Pokemetal, is that... are there gonna be various pieces of, like, home building that I can use by using Pokemetal? I wonder if that'll be listed. I kinda doubt it. Okay, so they're listing, these darker pieces, these... all of these ones first. That is literally all Game 8 listed. Great. Thanks, Game 8. Okay, maybe the last roofing tutorial you'll ever need. I don't need the tutorial, I just need to see what you've got. Please, just show me if you have roof tiling. Well, it's not looking good, chat. It's not looking good from what I can see. 3 basic roof sets. Stone, brick, and tile, and that's all we've got. I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. I guess I will just figure it out and build something somehow with some of this, maybe. Yeah, that's a little on the disappointing side. I'll be completely honest. Shoot, I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's a problem for future Lynn to figure out. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and stop because I'm tired. So, it is 2 a.m. It's a little bit later than I wanted to go. I was really... this roof thing was in the back of my mind the entire time, so... yeah, I don't know. I was really hoping that there'd be more roof types. Because, geez Louise, is there not. But yeah, you guys take care. Thanks for watching. Like I said, tomorrow is going to be a whole lot of not this. We'll be checking out the Elliot demo, like I said, probably. And then this Final Fantasy Resonance demo, which I'm pretty sure, like I've seen people posting gameplay of it. And I think it was of themselves playing it, so... there should be a demo for it on the Switch too, from what I hear. I'll check that out. There's an Air Riders event. And yeah, so tomorrow's got some good stuff going on. But you guys take care. Thank you for watching again. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care of yourselves. Get some sleep. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.